Welcome back. You've been watching our special Diwali conversation with Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. Let's talk about the market, Rakesh. So now, if I heard you correctly, you're saying that we are at the doorstep of this recovery that one has been talking about, or an acceleration in the recovery that we've been anticipating for some time now. You're saying that between this Diwali and the next Diwali, you'd be surprised if we didn't see a meaningful takeoff or acceleration in profits and therefore in the stock market?
Yeah, what I feel is at the moment that the market is consolidating, having risen from 6,800 levels to these levels with upward bias. I think markets are not going to go up in a hurry, nor are they going to go down more. They're going to play around these levels. And as events play themselves out, and I'm hopeful of a better corporate earnings growth in the second half, I think markets will take off ultimately. Also, I feel the international factors will play a role. There, I think, the world was being stimulated with monetary policy. I, for one, feel interest rates in America may rise marginally, but that's not going to bring down the attractiveness of equity investment worldwide. Interest rates are not going to go up. And I think now there is a lot of talk of fiscal stimulation in the Western world. And I think that's going to happen. And I think that could be a bullish reason. People are saying that America will spend $2.5 trillion on infrastructure, monetize it and spend it over the next 10 years. I just read in Crespo's article. Europe may do it. So that would be a bullish factor. Only one thing on which I would like to keep my eyes open is the euro and the eurozone. Because I think some threats can emanate from there. Italy is going to have a referendum, and essentially I think the euro is an unstable currency and an unstable union. So I would, anticipate risk. We should keep our eyes open to that risk.
You don't see the US elections as a meaningful risk to the market. You don't think it's such a market-moving event then?
Do you think Donald Trump is going to be president? It's a joke. I think the American people are wiser than to elect Donald Trump as a president now then. And all the talk of all this, his sexist talk, and when he talks of other girls or other women, it's okay. He talks about his daughter. Think of it, which mother, when a man talks of his own daughter in a sexist manner, which mother will bear it? And you think that man can be president? And when Hillary is president, she is great in maintaining the status quo. She's the ultimate politician.
So you don't see that as a meaningful risk. So in the next couple of months before this calendar is out, do you think we have a shot at making a new top? Or since you suggested that this market will not go up in a hurry, you think in 2016 calendar is unlikely that we take out that 9100 top?
No, but I think we will make a new high between the 2016 and 2017 Samvat. Another thing I will tell you, then I'm not afraid of what will economically happen if Donald Trump becomes president. I'm more afraid if he's going to have the nuclear button under him. I fear for my life, not for my money, if he's elected president.
So, what's the floor to this market, Rakesh, you think? In the event of a correction led by any of these factors that you suggested, Europe or US interest rates going up, do you see the market going below 8,000, the Nifty at all over the next, or at any time in the foreseeable future?
Well, foreseeable, the future is uncertain. Normal circumstances, they should not break that levels. I think the first blockade is 8,500 itself.
What about mid-caps, Rakesh? Because, you are primarily a mid-cap investor. Your portfolio is full of them. Mid-caps have outperformed the Sensex handsomely over the last 1 year, last 2 years. Do you worry at all with some pockets of valuations in mid-caps that they're running ahead of fundamental reality? Or do you think that this process of re-rating is absolutely justified?
Well, they are being valued partly because the public is, they want to play in stocks which are more speculative or more volatile. Surely there are pockets of extreme overvaluation, but there are also pockets of opportunity. And also a lot of stocks have been priced to perfection. So what could happen is that when the actual earnings come through, the gain in the stocks will not be there.
So You also own some mid-cap IT stocks. I don't want to discuss them specifically, but the IT index is down 10% between last Diwali and this Diwali. It's unusual that a sector like IT does so much worse than the market. Do you sense that the market's too pessimistic, or is something going on in the IT space which investors should be quite cautious about?
Well, first of all, then I own no mid-cap IT stock because I used to own Geometric, and that's not going to be taken over by HCL Tech. Second thing, I think there will be an opportunity to invest in IT stocks, but I still think there is way to go.
What are you looking at these days, Rakesh? Just, in terms of adding sectors or flavors or themes to your portfolio. You have a lot of financials, you'll have a lot of consumption plays. Do you want to add infrastructure or capex as a theme at this point, or would you rather wait out? Because that's a call which a lot of people are dithering to take. Is it too early in the game to press the button, or should they do it now before it's too late?
Well, then I'm fully invested, and now as age is progressing, I don't want to take there. I'm not a risk taker that I used to be, right? And second thing is, I have a lot of investment in infrastructure. I'm well invested all over the area. So I'm not looking at any fresh investments for the simple reason I have no money. If I make some money in trading, then I'll think about it.
Last Diwali when we spoke, we were talking about how equities is by default the only game in town for local investors because real estate is not delivering. Gold had lost its luster. But this year gold has come back in a big way. Do you see it in a sort of a stealth bull market given the world's problems, or do you think it was a flash in the pan, this year's outperformance of gold?
I am very bullish on gold, although I don't invest in gold. It would be prudent, I think. Every Indian has 5-10% of his wealth in gold. But the way the countries are getting debased, currencies are getting debased, and the fact you're thinking of big, lowest interest rates, you did monetization, and now you don't do monetization in fiscal policy. So I think some amount of your assets should be in gold. Although I don't invest in gold, my wife does.
So what's the big local risk, Rakesh, finally? You spoke about the euro being a biggest global risk according to you. Locally, what's the biggest risk according to you?
I always say Pakistan nuclear bomb. There's nothing to laugh about because you have a nuclear bomb with a failed state. Maybe Indo-Pak relations, I don't see any other risk locally. We have a stable government, we have a good monsoon.
And what tops your list of resolutions between this Diwali and next one?
I want to lose 10 kilos of weight.
That's it?
And as far as my portfolio goes, then I have underperformed this year. Because my top 3 investments have not performed, Lupin, Titan and CRISIL.
And you see that changing around this year?
Hopefully.
Those 3?
Yeah, hopefully. Hope is what we all live on.
It doesn't matter. Those 3 have made so much money for you, Rakesh. I don't think you can grudge 1 year of underperformance for those 3 stocks. And I'm sure they will bounce back. So you have another great year, Rakesh, and do try to lose those 10 kilos, as you said. I'm sure you will manage if you tried hard. I don't think you'd ever try hard enough on that front, but maybe you will this year. So I wish you luck with that. And I wish you more luck with that resolve on giving away your wealth, as you said. It's still a resolve. And I wish you great wealth and great success and great health for the year ahead. Thank you very much for your time, as always.